everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining your virtual drinking buddy. So, got the oven preheating. I think I got time to crack open one of these. Proper Pour by Boulevard Brewing Company. So I picked this up a few years ago and have already reviewed it. I just wanted to come back and revisit it after I've had it cellared for a few years. It is, let's see, Proper Pour is an Imperial Stout, double aged in Cabernet wine barrels and whiskey barrels. It was part of a limited release in 2023. It says it's best enjoyed by February 9th of 2025. It is currently February 27th of 2026, so we're going to see how this goes. I know that I've done this in the past. I believe it was a barley wine that was high ABV that I left sitting for 2 or 3 years. And when I went back and had that, I remember thinking it was better than when I initially tried it. And I feel like maybe there's been at least one barrel aged stout that I've done this with. Now, I did not take into account the best buy date, but I'm going to gamble that at 12.6% ABV that it's likely still fine, but we'll find out here in a bit. Yeah, I probably should have checked that, maybe tried doing this review a year ago, but just been waiting for the right time, and tonight felt right. So this is by Boulevard Brewing Company. They're out of Kansas City, Missouri. And that's one of the few breweries I've actually toured. The wife and I went down there for a weekend, and we did at least they used to have a free tour. And this would have been probably 2014 maybe. We went and did the free tour, and then they had a paid version that I want to say at the time was about $20 a person. And with that one, you got samples along the way, and you got to see a little bit more of the brewery, whereas with the free one, there were no samples during the tour, but you got a couple of vouchers, I think, at the end of it. Or maybe you got a free flight. Regardless, it's a pretty neat little brewery, and yeah. But I digress. So, back to this beer. I do remember when I tried this, and I'm pretty sure I got this in 2023. I do remember there being a red wine character that was fairly distinct. I don't remember there being whiskey notes as much. So, let's get a nose on it first. It definitely smells boozy on the nose. I smell like oak, something very, very much wood or lumber in there. And I am picking up a little bit of red wine. That's really about it, so I guess there's only one thing left to do. Cheers. Oh, that's very good. So yeah, there's a little bit of chocolate, red wine, oak, a fairly subtle roasted note. I'm not really picking up whiskey per se, but with the oak, the roasted note, some of that could be whiskey, but it's not screaming whiskey to me. And honestly, it's less red wine than I remember. It's a pretty full body. It's got a decent amount of creaminess to it. I am feeling a bit of a coating in my mouth. Yeah, the consistency is about like, so if you were making chocolate milk with chocolate syrup, and it was like half milk, half syrup, it's about that thick. So it's got a great body on it. Definitely great winter warmer. And honestly, with chocolate and red wine being the two most notable flavors, which they're not overwhelming, but they're definitely in the forefront. They actually marry very well together. And I don't remember that being the case the first time. And I probably should have gone back and watched the video first, but I really didn't want it to influence how I viewed it now. So just off of memory, I kind of remember thinking that the red wine was the star of the show. I kind of remember there being a dry finish to it, which I'm not getting that now. And I couldn't tell you how I felt about the alcohol burn. It's not so much on the tongue, but like more down here. When it's hitting the stomach, there's a bit of an alcohol burn there. But yeah, a very good beer. I don't know if it's still available. If you're lucky enough to stumble across this, maybe some liquor stores had it sitting on the shelf for a few years, I say go ahead and get it and give it a shot. It held up very well for me. Although, to be fair, I have had it in a refrigerator this whole time. So, I kept it chilled, and maybe that has prolonged the life. But kind of feel like at 12.6% ABV, it's going to hold up for some time. I think the Best By date's more of a legal obligation than maybe what they feel is Best By. And I don't know, maybe a year ago this was even better, but this is pretty good. Yeah. I'll show you that bottle again. If it'll come into focus. Focus. Okay, well, take my word for it. It says proper pour. And definitely the thumbnail for this video is going to have a picture of it. So yeah, I'm going to let you move on with your life. I hope you liked what you saw, and if you did, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button below, and don't forget to tell your friends. And this is the Malted Gentleman reminding you, you only have one liver, so use it wisely.